So we are talking today about sales laws and exchange of ownership. So sales activity. List 5 things you bought in the last week. List 2 large purchases your family has made in the last 2 years. So somebody just shout out. Is there anything big your family's bought recently? Oh, for real?
A car.
Did they really buy a car? You don't have to say anything. Okay. Anybody? Family bought any?
Big purchases?
Wait, what did you say? Mom bought a car.
Last week?
I like that bow. That's a nice bow.
Last week?
What was going on in y'all's yard?
They were doing a new drain line.
Oh, okay. I totally did not notice it on Friday. Was it Friday? I did not notice it on Friday. And then the next thing I know, I turned around and then there's just like a humongous hole in y'all's yard. I was just very confused with what was going on. But anyway, sorry for the people watching this recording later. Never mind. No one watches these videos. What now?
Year? Are we saying year or last week?
Year.
Last year?
Any big purchases?
No, you know what?
What?
I spent $75 on a truck.
There you go. That's a big purchase.
Nice. Actually, my mom.
Well, it says your family. So, there you go. This activity always seems weird to me because it's kind of like, hey, did y'all buy anything big recently? Where do y'all live? Where can I find it? Like, I want to rob you.
Hey, what's that license plate?
Yeah, where is it parked usually?
And what's your
Can
mom's
I get
maiden
your
name and
proof of
social security
registration
number?
where you keep it in your glove box?
Yeah.
And her maiden name?
Where can I find a spare key? All right, so sales law and exchange of ownership. Using the list of item sales, did all of those constitute as a sale? What's the definition of a sale? What did you do with the product? We're just going to go over these things, so let's just move forward. Sale is a contract in which ownership transfers. Ownership is the right to hold the title, possess, use, enjoy, profit from, waste, and even destroy. So again, when Aiden bought his suit for prom, his very nice bright orange suit, he then had the right to do whatever he wanted, and it transferred owner. He lost $75 in exchange for it, and the company lost the orange suit, but they got $75 in exchange. Does that all make sense? There you go. Goods are tangible, movable items of personal property. Goods are not money, intangible items, stock, bonds, etc. Patent, copyrights, and trademarks remind students of intellectual property unit. Remember we talked about all that? Price is the consideration for a sale. Remind students of contract law. Barter is an exchange of goods. So again, we've gone over a lot of this stuff, so I'm not going to go too long into it. It is 30 slides, so we're going to try to kind of speed through it somewhat. But that all being said, just bear with me. We don't have much left when it comes to notes. We have this set of notes and 2 more, and that's it. So we're basically done. And we'll have one more test. I think we're going to review for that test on Friday. We're going to take that test Tuesday. I usually do not do tests between a weekend, but I don't usually do a test on a Monday or, in our case, Tuesday. But I'm going over the answers, recording the answers, and y'all can use resources you need, so I'm not too worried about it. I don't think you all are either. That being said, let's move on. So e-commerce, conducting business using electronic means, especially the internet, jurisdictional issues, which state has jurisdiction in case involving a seller and buyers in the different states. The ability to access the website in a particular state does not by itself give that state jurisdiction. States may gain jurisdiction over e-commerce transactions if the website allows users to purchase merchandise. A big issue here sometimes, like I talk about, like for instance, buying fireworks. You can buy fireworks in South Carolina, but you can't buy fireworks in North Carolina or Virginia, if I'm not mistaken, or Tennessee. So the only place that, yeah. So if you're in North Carolina, you want to buy fireworks, you got to go to South Carolina. And just a reminder, it is illegal to shoot fireworks, but so high in North Carolina. But that becomes an issue. I agree.
So it's illegal to buy them.
No, I said it's illegal to buy them, and well, it's not illegal to buy them in South Carolina. The problem is you can't shoot them in North Carolina.
You can't shoot them in North Carolina?
Yeah, it's illegal. They don't sell fireworks like
How
that.
do they do it on 4th of July?
Someone has a permit,
Actually, that doesn't stop us.
and then there's that too. Yes.
Stop trying to shoot fireworks.
Yeah, I mean, it's my right to shoot
I
fireworks.
can drink gasoline and shoot fireworks.
That one was good, Andrew. That one was good. sometimes you need that gasoline if the firework doesn't go off because you drove all the way to South Carolina and you spent your money and it's not working. You pour gasoline on that thing.
Damn
Really?
right.
Not saying I did that, but
You do
I can
that?
marry my cousin.
I can kiss my dog.
I'm obviously kidding. I don't even know what
I
y'all.
can drive my tractor down the road at very low speeds.
You can't tell me, did you?
All right. Anyway, we're not going to do that. So moving on. Key. So published 1952. We're just going to move on. Transfer of ownership. So payment versus delivered versus receipt of goods. What is proof? Vendor versus vendee versus merchant versus casual seller. Unconscionable contract versus statute of frauds. So payment. Buyer pays for the item. Delivery. Buyer possesses or has control of the item. Receipt of goods. Oh, that's right. Great example. Today. My mom is, well, not today, she's not moving out, but I'm doing something today. My mom's moving out of the house that I basically grew up with in high school. And do you just talk to hear yourself talk sometimes?
Is this still a story of you getting bullied on Facebook Marketplace?
I can get into that later, but I will get into that later.
That.
Yeah, it's very upsetting.
Yeah, Alex told me about that.
Yeah, I'm very upset.
That's funny.
I'm very upset about that one. But anyway, I'll get back to that. So, yes, I am selling a lot of stuff on Facebook Market that's like from my childhood because I don't want it anymore. For instance, I used to be a humongous Duke basketball fan. I'm no longer a Duke basketball fan. So I had a 2001 national championship little basketball. I had some Duke pillows that my mom found while she was cleaning stuff out. So I put it on Facebook Market. I'm selling it today. I'm delivering this guy or this woman her Duke pillows now and her Duke basketball, and she's going to pay me $35. So pretty good considering.
What's the argument about?
Okay, so
Just wait.
I'll explain that after. Just please remind me, and we'll
I
talk about
got
it.
you. I think.
It's really annoying.
Complicated.
It is complicated. It's very upsetting. I'll move.
No, I think it's very straightforward.
It honestly is pretty straightforward. But we'll get. Just let me get through this.
No, we got really funny about that stuff on there.
Authorized person versus buyer and selling induced by fraud. Holders of negotiable instrument. Merchants with possession of sold goods. Stolen goods. Discuss each point in the student individually. Authorized person, a third party may sell someone else's product with their permission. Realtor sells a home on behalf of the owner. Consumption. All this stuff is pretty basic, common sense stuff. It's not that big of a deal. And you know what? Don't worry about turning notes in. We're just going to forget it. But please pay attention. Please do not just start turning around and talking to the person behind you to the point that I can hear you more than I can even hear myself.
No,
Deal?
do your claim game, please.
Good.
That's all right.
Anyway, yeah, and don't just talk to hear yourself talk.
No, he has to do his claim game. It was actually
Okay. Okay, existing goods versus identified goods versus future goods. So existing goods, physical, exist and owned by the seller. Identified goods designed for a sale. Ask students if they have ever seen a sign of a product that says hold for Miller. And then there's future goods. This is a contract that does not sell because under UCC you cannot own future goods. Like I should own this couch in the next week and then I'll sell it to you. Well, you might not have the couch, so you can't make a contract based off future goods. Here is a little table that you can look at later. It's not too big of a deal. And then there's FOB shipping point, FOB destination. A lot of times this is not on exams if I'm mistaken. I'm sorry, but it won't be on the final exam. You can look over it, and we might kind of review some questions on it. But I'm not too worried about this right now. I don't want you to focus too much on it. It's all about shipping, basically, and there's usually not a lot of questions about shipping. And if there are, then on the review, then we can go back and look at this. So warranties, express implied, warranty of title and exclusion. So guaranteed satisfaction or your money back, and then lifetime guarantee, the promise or assure of the quality of life of a product. Basically, trying to think something has a lifetime guarantee. You're talking about the Swiss book bags. You know what I'm talking about? Like the same brand as Swiss Army knives. Like the Swiss book bags, I think are like lifetime guaranteed. So if something messes up, you usually can send it back to the Swiss company or whatever it is, and they'll
Are they based on Switzerland?
do it now.
Are they based out of Switzerland?
You know, I don't know. I really don't. I would assume so, but then again, sometimes stuff like that isn't the way that is. So I don't know. We can look it up in a little bit. Express warranty can be oral or written form recommended. Obviously, if you have a warranty, you want it in writing because someone could just deny it and say, "Oh, I didn't give you that." Parole evidence rule applies. Evidence of oral statement made before signing a written contract. Madison-Moss Act requires that written warranties be labeled as full or limited. Okay, so puffery, a salesman is not a warranty but an option. So, for example, statements of fact are promised by seller, description of good, use of same item or model. So you can't say that monitor's a great monitor. I really like it, and then it breaks and say, "Well, I had a oral warranty with the guy. He said it was a great monitor, and it's obviously not." That doesn't count as a warranty. But now, if he says that monitor will last you your entire life, I guarantee it. Now you've got an issue because now you've actually said something that could be held against you, if that makes sense. Yes, sheesh, over the warranty. A guarantee of quality imposed by law but not in writing. So implied warranty deals with sales of goods regulated by UCC given by all sellers. Warranty of fitness for a particular purpose. Seller knows the purpose for which goods are needed. Seller advises buyer in making purchase. Buyer relies on seller's advice to make decisions. Seller infers that the goods are fit for a particular purpose. A warranty exists. Obviously, if you say this eraser is going to work on your whiteboard, and then I turn around and it doesn't work on my whiteboard, well, it was implied that this eraser would work on my whiteboard. Yeah. Yeah.
What if it didn't sit on the pack? What if it just said?
Well, if it just said eraser and then it didn't work, but the seller, like I was like, you think this would work on a whiteboard? And he's like, yeah, it'll work on a whiteboard. Like he told me it'll work on a whiteboard.
Like says on the package, whiteboard eraser. So it doesn't actually erase. What if he tells you that it works on a whiteboard, but at the bottom of the box in very small print it says will not work on a whiteboard?
Then he's probably in the clear because he can just say he made a mistake. But if it's literally just this, like this right here, sitting in a store, and I'm like, you know what, I want this.
You're gonna buy a loose used
Yes,
whiteboard.
I want this.
I brought this in there.
Well, how much you pay for it?
A penny.
I wouldn't. It wouldn't be worth going back and
I'd give them
Yes.
sealing them or whatever.
It's totally worth.
It's like you pay $1 million for lawyers and stuff.
I want my penny back, bruh.
It's about the pressure.
Anyway,
Oh, my ankle.
Mr. Moore.
no, I said bruh again. I felt something. Bruh. Anyway, an implied warranty that is a well-established customer or practice among people in specific trades or businesses. When a person sells a thoroughbred horse, there is an implied warranty that papers are provided to prove the animal's pedigree as a thoroughbred. It is expected in the horse trading business. What?
Horse is just snobs. This is how it's gonna be whenever I say something now.
I just don't know what you're laughing at. That's all.
Horse trading was just the idea of horse trading.
Yeah, I'm so good.
I've dabbled in horse trading. No joke.
It's really not, though, actually.
I dabble in a couple of dealings with horses. All the jockeys are the people you can't trust. They're all like drug addicts.
There's no way you are a jockey.
Oh, I thought you said jock.
Jockey. You said.
Seller warrants that goods will be delivered free of any
Jockey,
financial
that's
obligations
what
about which buyer had no knowledge. Sale of stolen goods. So if stolen goods are sold to an innocent purchaser, the true owner is entitled to return the goods. The buyer can pursue a remedy against the seller for breach of warranty of title. A full warranty requires that the defective product be repaired or replaced for free within a reasonable length of time after complaint is made. So I got a full warranty on my GoPro where it broke. Did I tell you about my GoPro?
Oh, I shipped it for you, remember?
Yeah, you helped me.
I did.
Did I tell you about my GoPro problem? Okay, so I bought a GoPro. I was really excited about it, and we took it on our mountain trip. We went over spring break, me and Miss Haddock, and I went on a mountain with it, no issues. It was like our last day. We decided to go to West Jefferson for a little while just to kill some time before I met my buddy who lives there. And I get out of a history museum. I went to a history museum, and I came out, and my GoPro was cracked.
Are you filming the history? Yeah. Maybe it's like
For the vlog.
Maybe it's like the bourgeoisie they want you to get away with that footage.
They told me it was free, that I could film if I wanted.
Wait, but why are you recording? You don't have a case on it?
Because my GoPro is better than my phone. Yeah, legit. I didn't because they say you shouldn't use a case when you're filming stuff like that. Because, I mean, it's just...
Did you drop it?
No, I never dropped it or anything. It just cracked. That's what I'm saying. It makes no
Is it in your
sense.
pocket?
Yeah, but there's nothing else in my pocket.
Did you get a warranty?
Well, I have a GoPro Plus thing, so basically I can replace it for $100 because it's a third of what a GoPro costs. Anyway, but basically I talked to them. They were really nice about it. They gave me a full warranty for free because they were like,
nice. I dropped mine in the lake and they gave me.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I told them, I was like, y'all, I went to a history museum, and I know y'all can't just believe me, but I went to a history museum and it broke my GoPro. And
I
they're
love
like,
my photo. I said the strap on my head broke. And I didn't know if it did. I was just guessing. And then we found it about 3 months later at the bottom of the lake, and the head strap was completely fine.
so it just fell off.
It was Harrison that dropped it, but it just fell off his head. I got 2 GoPros out of it.
So there's that.
They make enough money.
Yeah, I'm about to say the GoPro's probably fine if you have the case on it.
Yeah, he kept that one. I got the new one.
Oh, there you go.
I didn't feel bad. They make enough
Which
money.
version is it?
It was the Hero 4 Silver. It was right when it came out, though.
I
So it's
got
like 7th grade.
I've got a GoPro Hero 9 now. But yeah.
Mine was in like 7th grade.
Way to flex on me.
I'm sorry. I was pretty excited about it. And then, like I said, I only had it for like less than a month, and it should be here tomorrow morning, is what they said. So.
If it's not, then you sue. Great kneecaps.
Yeah, I guess so. I got to drive it.
Caleb Dudley.
Yeah, I'll call Caleb Dudley. He'll help me out.
I don't know what that has to do with breaking knee.
I mean, he'll ace a test and break your knees. Limited warranty. A limited warranty provides a restricted guarantee. Must state limited warranty. Be sure to read and understand limits. So basically, like with your GoPro, you have a limited warranty. If for some reason you do something to break it, as if you drop it in the lake, then they're not going to give you a new GoPro. If the GoPro strap breaks and falls in the lake, they might help you out. Who knows? So caveat emptor is Latin for buyer beware. It is the duty of the consumer to make informed decisions. Be sure to read. What are you doing?
Just shut up and sit down, Andrew.
I didn't even say anything.
I didn't tell you. I didn't say that. I just said, "What are you?" I just asked, "What are you doing?" Because you're just like rolling away.
I thought you were wearing a Kit Kat shirt.
I thought Andrew was just running away.
Yeah, I think you were wearing a Kit Kat jacket.
Does it look like a Kit Kat?
It did from far away.
From far away, I think.
Really?
Maybe.
Yeah, far away. I guess I don't know what Kit Kat logo really looks like. Are you kidding me?
White letters kind of has a long little K in the middle.
And just red.
With
Yeah, it's
the,
all. It's one. It's not one.
Yeah.
oh, man.
It has a dash in the middle.
I just
It doesn't
kinda-
look like it close
I
up.
just kind of glanced at it. I was like, why does he have a Kit Kat jacket?
Anyway,
Or the brand.
and then there's caveat venditor, which is seller beware. It is the duty of the seller to make an informed decision. Example: banks, credit card companies. They're not giving out loans for someone. Hey, I want to buy this humongous house that's about to fall down, and I'm going to fix it up, and I need $300,000. The bank's going to be like, no, we're not giving you that. So make smart
What
decisions.
if they're on an HGTV show?
And it might be worth it. Just depends. All right. That's it. That's the end. Okay. Everybody go get on a computer and log on. And then come back to your desk.
Let's hear the Jordan or the
And I'll tell you
Facebook story.
I'll tell you the story while I get.
Sit down.
No, go ahead. No. Don't.